Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we're going to do another breakdown here today. We've gotten Joe Flacco as a recommendation a few times, so thought we would go ahead and do the long-awaited breakdown on Joe Flacco. Really, the big thing with Joe is his ability to throw the deep ball. I mean, just guy's an absolute cannon. The big throw that he had against the Broncos a few years back to go to the Super Bowl and end up winning the Super Bowl was probably one of their will probably go down as one of the best plays ever. So yeah, I mean, I think it's time to get a breakdown on Joe Flacco here, and of course we got to start out with the deep ball. So we got good angle here. I mean, does a lot of the same things that we see with the good deep ball thrower. So you can see where his position is of his body, and then how he goes and turns, makes it so the the shoulders are facing more upwards when he gets going. He also has much more weight here onto the back leg. Okay, he's really loading onto that back leg. Now he gets that front leg down. Okay, still has a good amount of weight on the back leg. Now he begins the shift and the rotation forward, so we can see how that rotation happens there. Also, real quick, notice how when he goes to load, how he kind of lets the ball drop a little bit lower here in comparison to what he'd do if he was going to be throwing just like a regular pass, maybe like a 20-yard dig or something like that. Now he's kind of letting the ball go or letting the ball drop. Gets that big rotation in the hips. He's very much of a spine guy, so he uses that very long spine of his to really generate a lot of force. Notice what he's doing with the left elbow, too. He's not really going too far back. He starts off with some rotation there, but then he locks it in. He has a lot of control, and now he just slings that ball, uses a lot of that external rotation in the shoulder, and a lot of momentum that he's getting from that disassociation right there. So notice how he's able to rotate all of his weight here and still has that ball so far back behind his head. Now from there he's going to go and really sling it and let it rip and take a shot at the same time. Excellent job of delivering the ball there. Go to another one here. The same type of thing. Notice how he does a good job of getting to, looks like he's in the back of like a three-step drop here out of the center, kind of hitches into it, or kind of drops down into this throw. Here you can see he doesn't drop the back shoulder or lift the top shoulder. There's a better job too of going straight back with that arm, and he's loading, and then notice how much he loads onto that back leg, kind of drops his height. Now he initiates the rotation with those hips. Okay, gets a good amount of external rotation there in the arm. Look at how stable he is in the front leg, too. Very stable, very locked in. Excellent job there. He's much more, like I said, he's much more of a kind of a mid-spine rotator, so like right below the 5 there and up. You can see how that's where he's getting a lot of his force from, so he's using a lot more of his obliques in order to get the throw than he is his legs, but he has the size and the stature in order to make it so that ends up being a useful part of his throw. He's able to make it all work. Okay, notice his height here. Sits back on that back leg, initiates the weight forward, and as he's initiating the weight forward, from back leg to front leg, he lets those hips open, then he really puts himself in the best position to make it so now his upper spine can rotate. I like this throw just because now it shows, I mean, being a quarterback, you can't only just work on being able to make the nice, easy throw all the time, because when you're playing the position, a lot of times you're not going to be able to, just sit back there and throw the ball with your feet nicely planted. So you can see here he kind of stepped off to the side, had to, or did a good job still of being able to transfer his weight from his back leg onto his front leg, and then get the rotation that he needed to still be able to deliver a 30-yard ball really accurately as well. Okay, I was able to squeeze it right in between a defender there. Sorry, about 20-yard ball really accurately. in order to make the throw. So yeah, I mean, you got to be able to adapt. I think really the good thing to take away from here is that deep ball and how he's able to get so much rotation there in his spine when he was going to throw that deep ball. I mean, that seems to be a big thing that happens with guys as they are trying to throw the ball further, is they get caught up in trying to move and trying to use their arm too much. Which makes it so then they don't get those hips through first. I mean, what Joe Flacco does, he does a good job getting those hips through first. We can go back to that original one again one more time. He does a good job of getting those hips through first and then allowing the spine to rotate, okay? He does a good job here. Watch him here. Boom, hips going through first. Then he rotates and really doesn't allow that upper body to get really too far out in front of his knees or his hips. Notice how his body's back behind his hips. It's back behind him the whole time. He never ends up where all of his weight is really far forward. I see that all the time with quarterbacks where their weight ends up way out over that front foot. So definitely something to take note of there to see how Joe Flacco, who throws one of the best deep balls in the game, is able to make it all work. All right? As always, guys, thanks for watching the video. You can go ahead and check out our Blueprint to the Perfect Throw ebook, as well as our 5-month online throw program. Both of those are very, very beneficial content, a lot of value in there. Just trying to help out as many quarterbacks as we possibly can. The program is, the same type of things you see here. You're just getting a breakdown of how you throw. We also do customized exercises based off what we see. And then the Blueprint to the Perfect Throw is just an ebook on how you can throw the ball better. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching these videos, and we will see you soon.